Based on the title of this webinar, why are decision skills a human advantage in an AI-driven workforce? And how and when should we teach them?
So I think that what we need to understand is that while AI can help us to structure decisions and can help us with inputs into decisions, we're the ones who are trying to figure out what are the different options that we have. What do we think the outcomes might be? And for any given outcome that might occur given a decision that we make, different people may value those things differently. So when we think about what great decision making is, it's decisions that help you to advance toward your goals in alignment with your values. And AI can't decide that part for you. So as you're thinking about AI as a tool, it is exactly that. It's an input into good human decision making based on a thoughtful examination of what your goals are, what your values are, and how you actually sort options in the world that you might choose to most align with those values and gain you the most ground toward those goals. So it's actually incredibly important to know that AI is not the decision maker, but a support for human decisions.
And I would really resonate with what Annie just said. In worlds where machines are more capable at performing cognitive tasks, it's especially important that people have strong decision skills, motivations, concerns, and goals associated with the decision. Even the notion of declaring it's time for a decision must always be grounded in human aspirations. AI systems can't know us deeply nor have a human understanding of rich contexts that we're situated in. AI can't provide us with our goals. It cannot know the subtleties of our needs and
Mhm.
how much we value different outcomes. AI systems can help us in a well-defined manner with decisions, but it's important for us to understand how and when to use AI to bolster our own decisions.
I'll echo what Eric and Annie said, but also, the decisions have a often a values context or a philosophical context. And so decisions sometimes have to derive from a moral or ethical position, and
Mhm.
AI can't do that well. And it really is based on the person or collective body of humans to make the decision or the call at that point.
One of the key areas called out as a pillar of decision skills is adaptive and reflective thinking. And let's put this in context. AI is going to be continuing to improve in its capabilities. And I can assure everybody listening, there will be surprises with the powers of AI and how AI will come to be used and integrated into our lives. So adaptation and reflection is going to be critically important. But amidst these increasing powers, no matter how powerful these systems will come to be, we have to look at the universals that come with decision skills. It's going to be increasingly important in a world that's more dominated by AI to bolster what we're calling human agency. To me, that refers to many things. It starts with independence of thinking, alignment with human goals, actions that resonate with human preferences, and making decisions that incorporate a deep human sense for ethics and responsibility. So it's a two-way street. I mean, we need to teach decision skills. We need to bolster insights, intuitions, and competency with decision making under uncertainty. At the same time, turning to Microsoft and other companies that develop these products, we need to be thinking on our side for how can we build systems that celebrate human agency, that work in a mix of initiatives, that complement and coordinate with people, such that we're in a world where people are overseeing and leading in action under uncertainty.
Look, I think that one thing that we need to understand about human cognition is that humans at their core are credulous. we tend to come across things, and what we read we think generally is true, particularly when those things confirm the beliefs that we already have. So as we think about one of the things that has to do with information literacy, it has to do with also resistance to cognitive bias, being particularly skeptical of things that agree with you, right? Being open-minded to things that don't agree with you. You have to do both of those things. But also being able to know how to query things to try to figure out what's true and what's not true. As we're interacting with AIs, they can be sycophants because they're engagement machines, some of them, right? And so they're sort of feeding back to us what we want to hear. And we actually have to teach people how to prompt these AIs, how to be skeptical, how to ask questions in the right way to try to get to an answer that's closer to the truth. As we're coming across information online that's spreading, how do we approach it with the appropriate amount of skepticism? I think that becomes exponentially important in a world of AI, particularly not just like the good uses of AI, but AI slop. I think that society will just be better off for arming more people, hopefully every child, more people with the tools to be able to navigate the world. It's about teaching kids how to think, how to structure a decision. What is a decision? I want to be very clear that it's not teaching them what to think.
Mhm.
It is not telling them what their values ought to be, right? It's not telling them what their goals should be. This is a way to support humans to thrive in achieving the things that are good for them. Where I think we need to really arm kids is to not sort of default to people on social media or AI telling them what they're supposed to think, right? What they're supposed to do, what their goals are supposed to be, or what their values are supposed to be. And I think that becomes really important because it's in that difference between how to think and what to think that we really can create human thriving.
There's lots of talk and chatter and anxiety about where AI is going in the world. Loss of control, various kinds of catastrophic outcomes. Let me just be frank here. Human decision-making skills, I mean, will be absolutely central in a future world where AI is ubiquitous. It's a huge factor that's going to basically define the role of human beings and human civilization in a world dominated by thinking machines. It's critically important that this topic is not just here at this webinar right now, but it's going to go global as a kind of a perspective on where the future needs to go. So I view this topic as not an afternoon webinar, but this is like where I see my life going moving forward. And I hope you'll join me and others on this call in thinking more deeply about what this all means moving into the future.